This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Takes away a passing lane. As long as you stay down on that yellow line, you're going to have to go around me on the outside, so I don't have to look to my left very often.
And we just saw a tire get broken off.
Looked like something happened there.
The 94 of Brett Hudson turned around, slams into the wall. The tire came off just before he entered turn 3, and we could see the outside lining of that coming off.
And listen, it's not unusual to have a tire problem on the left side because you run the air pressure so low. And sometimes those pressures are so low and the air pressure doesn't build up quick enough, it can damage the tire.
And down on the bottom of the racetrack, you'll see the left rear come off right there.
Yep. Just lost the tread.
Milka Duna did a great job, the 63 car, giving him room and avoiding him.
Oh, and how about how close that was for Marie-Eve Defoe that went by.
Whoa.
Within inches of that car making its way up the racetrack.
There's Milka. She might have made a little contact. She slips by.
Look at her move up the racetrack.
Mark Thompson, fortunately, the 66 car was high enough and gave her some room. As you mentioned, Marie-Eve Defoe barely getting by.
Great job.
Get some laps under their belt, make some laps, you know, watch the car.
Oh, trouble. Problems on the racetrack. That's the 52. Gets turned around.
That's Tom Hessert. Looked like he had got run into from behind. Milka Duna did a great job avoiding him. Another close call for her.
Was right in the middle of that, but was able to avoid it. Great
look at what happens.
Oh, he slowed down in front of him.
Yeah, he had to check up. The guys in front of him let up a little bit, and he got run into from behind.
Yeah, a little damage to the 41 of Ty Dillon. He made some contact.
Yeah, it looked like he got the left front fender just a little bit, so I'm sure they'll be down pit road.
See, there he is going around right now, but he did make contact with that left front fender.
You know, one thing that's helping all these drivers, Milka included, is
later on he's probably good till he gets to lap 70 or so, 65 or 70 with the fuel he has. So
problems out of turn 4.
Big wreck.
That's Chad Hockenbraugh in the 58. A lot of damage to that race car.
That car, I think it rolled over.
Tremendous amount of damage. I think the 30 of Terry Jones got a little piece of that. He's made his way to pit road.
The field all slowing coming off of turn number 4. Incredible amount of damage to the front and rear of this 58 of Chad Hockenbraugh.
Chad and this team, owned by his father Greg, are looking to run the full schedule this year in 2011.
Great sign here. We've got the window net coming down.
Yeah.
About to climb out of that race car is Chad Hockenbraugh.
That looks like it right above the driver's door. It looks like where that thing's hit something there. It's been up on its roof.
Yeah, I saw it come off the wall, and I'm pretty sure it was rolling over when I looked up and saw it.
Again, this was coming out of turn number 4 for Chad Hockenbraugh. He's lowered the window net. That's normally the sign to the safety crews that he's okay. What just took place?
This is coming off of turn number 4.
Oh, he just gets sideways back there, and man, there she goes.
There it is, upside down. Actually hit the roof. It looked like on the wall.
Yeah, slammed it roof first into the wall.
He may have had a little bit of help from behind to get that thing sideways, and then when he got sideways, he tried to correct it, and then when it did, it just hooked and went straight into the outside wall.
By Bobby Gerhardt. Oh, problems in the 10. That is Ed Papa.
Caution's out, yellow, yellow.
It's going to be another big break there for Billy Gerhardt.
Billy Gerhardt's going to say, okay, that might help.
Might just take a sip of my drink now.
Ed Papa in
all the rubber off the tire, so it definitely blew a tire.
Oh yeah, right as he
coming into the trial. Tire just explodes, and that tears the right rear quarter panel completely off the race car.
Big sigh of relief. He's got that 17 car behind him, and that car obviously either is going to wait till the last lap to make his move, or he's not going to make a move at all. He now can make it on fuel. Gerhardt can. Oh, trouble! Got a tire down.
Looks like the tire goes down. Also, the 25 has problems. That's Arpin in the 25 into the wall.
Milka didn't make it that time.
And this time we've got more crashing down below. The 23 of Nick Igdalski.
Marie-Eve Defoe is the white car coming down the front straightaway. She was involved. The 15 car, Kyle Fowler, our outside pole sitter, is involved. Watch now. Watch the 55, the red car. Towards the right side. A little bit of puff of
See a little
smoke right
smoke coming
there.
out the right rear there.
Still see that.
It's almost like he may have a tire rub.
Tire
Yeah,
rub, and
I think that's what happened.
I think it's going to go down by the time he gets down to turn number 3. You see him on the outside of the 44, Frank Kimmel.
And Arbin sees this. He's right behind the 55.
They get down to turn number 3 and watch now.
There she's starting to go, and there she goes.
Looks like a right rear tire. And then Steve Arpin was moving to the inside to try to give him some more room, but Milka had already committed. There was nothing she did wrong.
No room.
Pack on the 09 car. Good run for Benny, first race on a super speedway.
And see, Phil, that's what's going to happen. These first 6 cars, if they can gap this other group back here, that's going to give the guys running 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. They're going to say, I can jump out. The worst I'm going to do is finish 4th, 5th, or 6th.
They've got confidence right now, not only because of the surface of this racetrack being a little smoother, a little more grip, but they're pulling away from their competition.
Yeah, they get a gap here where you can feel like, all right, I can go the outside. If I don't make it, I can get back in at least in 6th spot and maybe try it again before the race ends.
That last lap was within a 1/10 of a second of the fastest lap these guys have run the entire race.
Temperatures are down now. The track's cool, making maximum horsepower. That 5 car is pulling. It got a little gap there off of turn 4.
Second pack back here. They're running 2x2.
Now, if somebody was in that 17 car that I said has drafting experience, I would say falling back off of the 5 and letting him get out there.
Look how close they are, DW.
Yeah, they're really touching. I mean, it's going to get really tense here before it's over with. But I would say that 17 is letting that 5 jump out there a little bit so he can get a run on him. But so far, he hadn't shown any desire to do that.
Those 2 got to run, the 17, the 77. That transfers into the 5 right before they got into the turn.
Remember, we talked about the front row with Ty Dillon and Kyle Fowler both being 18 years old. That youngster in that 17 is also just 18 years old. I think just turned 18 in October. First ever super speedway race.
6 laps of racing to go from Daytona.
That 17 car, that's David Reagan's car that we had up here earlier, or the sponsor of that car.
You talked about the heart rate beginning to elevate. Just 6 laps to go.
Yeah, mine is. I'm just sitting here knowing that, man, you can't sit on that hot stove too much longer. Something's got to give.
They've got a good gap now. You see the top 6. You see Licata moving inside. Now there's Chris Buescher right there. These guys on lap 73, the fastest lap of the race for the top 6 cars.
This 6-car pack has pulled away.
See, there's 2 ways to look at this. There's guys that are sitting there 2nd, 3rd, 4th. They say, if that 17 pulls out, I'm closing the hole and leave him out to dry. Or they could say, if that 17 pulls out, I'm going with him. They got to be talking to each other through the spotters, trying to figure out what they're going to do here.
5 to go.
Great run for Ricky Carmichael, back in 5th in the Monster Chevrolet out of Turner Motorsports. And how about Jason Bowles? What a month he would have if he could pull this thing off here after winning the Toyota All-Star Showdown.
Well, he's right up there in the thick of it, and that's all you really can ask for.
3 wide back here. Ed Kennedy on the inside. That's 16. Right in the middle is Joey Coulter.
That's our outside pollster to the 15 of Kyle Fowler. He got a little piece of that last incident. Remained on the lead lap. Looks like appears to be out of contention right now for the win, but could still end up with a decent finish.
And you saw the 48 back there. That's 76-year-old James Harvey Hilton. And there's the 6 that have broken away from the rest of this field. 4 laps remain. And you can the second group of
you could feel the speeds have picked up. I mean, when the cars went by this time, it even sounded faster.
They're running down in the low 47s from a 47 flat to a 47.20.
Here we go again.
Remember, Phil, I told you these cars are harder to drive going down the straightaway than they are in the corners because you've got so much grip in the corners that you can kind of lean on each other a little bit. But gosh, come on, Gerhard, that's
Bobby Gerhard.
If I was his spotter, I'd be screaming at him.
A whole line beneath him, but Chris Buescher can't do anything about it. Now, when they come to the line, 3 laps remaining, just 7.5 miles remain at Daytona.
Rick, right here, that gap right there. If you were really a sharp guy, you would lay off of him like that and then get a run on him and try to go around him.
As a driver, you're pointing to the guy behind you, let's go to the outside?
I'd be giving him my fist. Hold. Let's hold. And then when I get ready to go, I'm going to go to the right.
Do you want to be Chris Buescher? Do you want to be Joey Licata?
No, I want to be Chris Buescher, and I want to make the move first.
I want to be Bobby Gerhart.
I don't want one of the other guys. Well, if I'm going to try to pass him, yeah. But the 17, if the 17 to 77 ever decide to do it, I believe they can.
We're about to find out. Coming out of turn number 4. 2 laps of racing to go when they cross the stripe. Bobby Gerhart. Just 5 miles remain. 5 miles between him and his 7th win at Daytona.
You know, Richard Petty used to come down here and win the Daytona 500 like it wasn't, no big deal. He won 7 of them. Same way with Bobby Gerhart. You just got a racetrack that works for you. No matter, they repaved it. I thought he lost his advantage. Doesn't look like he's lost anything.
And they work hard at it. They do a lot of testing. They go to Talladega and test. Bobby Gerhart puts so much emphasis, as his brother Billy does, in this race. He said, we're here to win. We're going to gamble. I just as soon fall out of the races, finish 2nd.
Oh, boy.
Up the racetrack they go once again. Bobby Gerhart, Chris Buescher. It looked like that time Chris Buescher giving a little extra shove as they go through 3 and 4. This time by, the white flag will go in the air. 1 more to go from Daytona.
And there goes the 77 to the outside. Let's see who goes with him, if anybody does.
He's going to try to force his way back to the inside. Doesn't make it.
Joey Licata had a run. He thought he would take advantage of it. Doesn't get by the 17.
Somebody had to make a move. That's going to happen again going down the back. I got to believe. Going into turn 3.
Now's the time to do it.
I believe that 17
Look for
is
some
going
space.
What will Chris Buescher do? Will he stay behind the 5 all the way down the backstretch? Last time he gave him a push. This time, Bobby Gerhart pulls out to a 2-car length lead as they go into 3.
I don't believe he can do it from here. I mean, Gerhart's got a pretty comfortable little lead there. So just a short drive down here to the start-finish line now.
Here comes Buescher with some momentum.
Coming out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. Will he make the move? Bobby Gerhart, Chris Buescher. It's Gerhart winning for the 7th time at Daytona. 8 career wins for Bobby Gerhart. 7 of those coming right here at the most historic racetrack in stock car racing.
I tell you, that's quite an accomplishment.
That is incredible.
Unbelievable.
7 times here in 24 starts.
And with style, I mean, sat there and gave them every opportunity to drive under him, and they couldn't do it.
His last win came right here at this racetrack 1 year ago. Bobby Gerhart, victorious again. Brother, Billy Gerhart.
Billy,
big sigh of relief.
I don't know how much longer Billy can take this.
They needed caution laps, and that's exactly what they got.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.